Hello and welcome to Sumo Mainichi's Juryo coverage for day 14 of Kyusho Basho this November, held in Kyusho in Fukuoka. It is the second last day of the tournament. I'm Amy, I'm here with Dave. How are you going?
Yeah, looking forward to some great Juryo action today. Of course, we don't normally stream on day 14, but tomorrow, the main podcast, we are going to be doing a live podcast episode at a pub in the city in Melbourne, so we won't be here to do this live stream. But day 14 is still going to be full of action. We have a couple of Makushita bouts before we get into Juryo. On your screen at the moment, Akua, aka the Clown Prince, up against Yoshi.
Both of these last Makushita bouts are 3-3 Ricochet. We just saw another of those. Kotoeiho up against my boy Tamashoho, who won Tamashoho. He got his Kachikoshi at Makushita 12, but he injured his knee in the process.
Yeah, well,
looked bad.
Probably good news for Tamashoho. He has no more bouts to fight this time around.
Yes,
he can recuperate. True. I did see him go down and accept the win very awkwardly.
Oh, must have hurt so much.
I got Akua coming forward here. I have not seen a bigger slap to the back of the neck. And those people with multiple Akua towels there, just full of joy.
Well, they know that one Akua towel is not enough. They know to purchase more and more, hold them all up together, get him to scribble on them, get the Akua signature in there, and he gets his Kachikoshi at Makushita 5. This is great news for him. He'll stay in that division. But, I mean, Akua Kachikoshi it's got to be a good thing,
news.
Right?
It is good news.
It's joy.
People need to see that as we take a quick ad.
On the other side, Yoshi at Makushita 10 finishes at 3-4. The final bout of Makushita will be Kotoeiho, our old mate Kotoeiho, who's at Makushita 4. He's on 3-3. And he's coming up against Miyagi, the very muscly, very chunky young Rikishi, who's at Makushita 2. He's on 3-3 as well, so a nice one to finish off Makushita for us today.
Welcome to the chat, Caleb. You're in first. Congratulations, son. What an achievement.
Caleb, lovely to see you.
If you are coming in right now, we are just taking some ads on our streaming service, so once they're finished, we'll be back for the final bout of Makushita before we get into the Juryo action for day 14.
But we can tell you a little bit about the Juryo Yusho race on 10 wins. We have Juryo 1 Kinbozan. Now this is just flat out good news, I think, for him. He struggled in the top division and he has found hope here down in Juryo, as so many do.
Yeah, I mean, it's positive to see him come down, Kinbozan, and almost regain some confidence. And I hope he can carry this into the top division.
With him is Tsurugisho at Juryo 7. He's lost the last two. He's looked so strong. He's moving past whatever pain is probably still in the knees and the rest of the body, but just has stumbled in the last couple of days. We'll talk a little more about him when he fronts up today. Both of those guys on 10 wins. Then on 9, very much still in the race, are Aonishiki at Juryo 11. Tochitaikai, who has blasted his way back into Juryo at Juryo 12. And Oshoumi, who has gone out Kyusho and is not back today as far as I know.
Well, this is the final bout of Makushita. Kotoeiho on the left of your screen, Miyagi on the right. And again, if you need a little pick-me-up, I suggest going to Kotoeiho's Sumo DB page just to look at that profile picture they've picked out for him. The man is 50% hair in that. It's quite amazing.
I haven't been there for a while.
Oh, I just went there then just to make sure it was the same photo. It is glorious.
Pick me up.
And Kotoeiho, no stranger to the Sumo Mainichi Juryo stream. We've seen him at that division through, well, the better part of 2022, but geez, it's been that long.
Yeah,
he left us in March of 2023 and he's been down in Makushita.
Yep.
Gee, it feels like we've been doing this a long time when I look at those stats.
We have. Miyagi at Makushita 2, if he gets this Kachikoshi, I think there's a chance that he may move up to the Juryo division. He goes in low. The slaps. Kotoeiho's coming out powerfully though. Moving Miyagi all around the doyo and eventually pushing him out. So no kachikoshi for Miyagi here because Kotoeiho, as that lady knows, is too strong today.
Would a 4-3 from Makushita 4 do anything for Kotoeiho's chances going back into Juryo? It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. I think, it's always a bit of a guess, but I think coming up will be Hatsuyama, who has his kachikoshi at Makushita 1. Kiruko, I think, at Makushita 2.
Oh, that is good news.
Will be coming back again. Miyagi was on my maybe list. He is off. Kazukeno is 5-1 at Makushita 6.
Yeah.
Still to fight one more.
Yep. And the bottom of Juryo, we could be seeing some exits. There definitely will be some spots opening up.
Oh no, Kazukeno just fought before and he lost. So 5-2 at Makushita 6. He still might. Wakanosho won at Makushita 7 actually. He's 6-1. He could be a chance as well.
All right. That brings us to the Juryo bouts for day 14. And we're going to kick things off with Juryo 14 Nabatame up against Makushita 1 Hatsuyama. Hatsuyama already on 4-2. We would see a certain promotion here, even with a 4-3.
Yep.
For him, but on the other side, Juryo 14 Nabatame, definitely a favourite of the sumo community, has struggled over the last couple of days, dropping bouts to Fujiseiun and Hidenumi. I think it's safe to say that Nabatame would love a win today to secure that kachikoshi. He doesn't want to really leave this until tomorrow.
No, he's well and truly in the danger zone at 7-6 at Juryo 14. So as you say, to leave that until the final day, that Nanashon on a high bout, when you're not at quite always at your best this time around as well as last time. He would love to get this win today against the 25-year-old Hatsuyama from Tamanoe. He has been in sumo since 2022 where he came in Sandanme 100 and has been mucking around in Makushita.
Has he won a Yusho before?
Yes, last time.
Oh, right. That's why
he won the Makushita Yusho.
Okay, that's why I remember his name.
Yep. And by last time, I mean September. Last time.
Well, they say that sumo only has two time frames, and that's before and now.
Yeah, so true.
And we are very much focused on the present moment because it looks like Nabatame and Hatsuyama are ready to face off against each other. They have met before, Hatsuyama taking that win. They did meet back in September. And I believe Nabatame was back in Makushita at that point too.
Yes, yeah, he definitely was. He moved back just for one, right? Yeah, just for one. Yeah,
just for one. He went 4-3 and has found his way back to the bottom of Juryo. Nabatame comes forward, attacks the throat of Hatsuyama. Hatsuyama does deflect an attack and moves, starting to really work at Nabatame, but Nabatame is absolutely ferocious with these attacks. Hatsuyama works Nabatame back. Nabatame in big trouble now, but he stumbles forward into the middle of the doyo. Oh!
No!
Hatsuyama!
Wow. Oh, yes, if you're a Hatsuyama fan, which I think a lot of people are going to be after this.
Miracle on the bails from Hatsuyama. Gee, that Nabatame attack. He was coming forward maybe a little bit hard, maybe a little bit too frenzied. Hatsuyama kept a cool head as we take the replay.
Well, there are a few dangerous moments for Nabatame here, even though he came out so strongly with that Noroa. There was one big jump to the side a little later in this bout that I thought he was going to jump all the way out. He moved so much. But he managed to keep his feet. He managed to stay inside here. There it was, that jump to the left. And he was able to re-attack here with the thrusts, going down low. But as he came forward, Hatsuyama grabbed that right hand on the belt and used it to step aside and throw him out. That was cool.
Absolutely sensational. And I think if you do have kids watching with you today, maybe watch that bout again and just get them to focus on where Hatsuyama's eyes were. He was locked on his opponent the whole time. And I think that might have been the difference at the end there.
Very
Great
good
win
point.
for Hatsuyama, taking him to 5-2. But for Nabatame, 7-7. We're going to have to wait until tomorrow to see if he stays up in Juryo.
It's hard. He's got so many fans, so much love for this young man, Nabatame, and he's taking us all to the edge
He
on
certainly
day
is.
15. The next bout of day 14 of Juryo at Kyusho Basho is Kiruko, another Makushita visitor. He is Makushita 2. He is 4-2. I think he's going to be back in Juryo next time around. His opponent is Kotoeiho. Now, Kotoeiho is also in this danger zone. Like Nabatame, he's coming into today on 7-6. Would love to get a win.
Well, I think it's a different scenario for Kotoeiho, because even if he drops these last 2 days,
Yep.
his position in Juryo is safe. He'd probably move to Juryo 14. Although the trend is at the moment if you
Get
go
rid of
7
him.
and 8, no.
Yeah.
Give them another go at the same
Oh,
rank.
yeah. Gee, get rid of him. Where was I heading with that? That was
Yeah.
a bit harsh.
No,
Kiruko.
I do like this approach of give these kids a second shot. It's nerve-wracking coming
Yes.
up to the top division.
Totally. And fighting the full 14 days.
Oh,
just
exactly.
is such a change for these guys who have only fought 7 days before. It just must feel devastating on the body and on the mind, I think.
So Kiruko is coming in at Makushita 2. Of course, we saw him make his debut in the Juryo division back in September. But there wasn't a lot of good news for Kiruko fans. He went 4-11. And of those 4 wins, 2 of those were Fusensho.
It's not a good sign when that happens.
Is there a Kiruko curse? I wonder. That seems to be an awful lot of Fusensho. But he's done better this time around. He's 4-2, and I think has probably locked in a return to the second top division.
Kotoeiho, as we said, coming into this on 7-6 at his highest rank of Juryo 13. What can he do here? He comes forward strongly. Kiruko, though, straight on the belt with the right hand, and Kotoeiho can't do anything with that incredible grip that Kiruko snagged.
Impressive sumo from Kiruko. Just workmanlike, getting on the belt, moving Kotoeiho back. And we know that Kotoeiho can be a slippery customer. He has shown great footwork throughout these past 2 weeks, but as we take the replay, you can just see establishing that right hand belt grip on Kotoeiho, and Kiruko keeping his head low, really cut off options for Kotoeiho there. Couldn't lean in, couldn't get low himself, and you can see that look of disdain go across Kotoeiho's face, knowing that he got absolutely done over today.
Yeah, I think disdain it himself.
Yeah.
Just let himself be taken advantage of by the young Kiruko. He is 22 years old from Tatsunami Bayer, and we will see him, I'm pretty sure, return to Juryo. Kotoeiho, like Nabatame, will be going into day 15 on 7-7. I cannot believe we are not doing a Juryo commentary. I love this live event, but geez, there's going to be some great action there.
I think the live event really kicks off with the top division, but I think we will have Juryo up on the big screen.
Yes,
so
we will.
If you do have a ticket and want to get in there early, come and join us to
Yep.
watch some Juryo. If you sit next to me, I can commentate right into your ear. It's one-on-one. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the chat. We haven't said hello to Hakioi. Hello.
Yeah, hey Hakuyoi, hey Mateus. So great to have everyone in here with us for Juryo, the best division, you've got to admit.
Yeah, it certainly is.
And now we have Juryo 12, Daiseizan, up against Fujiseiun. I like both these guys. They're just solid guys.
Yeah, and the score backs you up there with that insightful analysis.
Thank you.
Both Rikishi coming in on 8 and 5, which I'm relieved to see that. Daiseizan in at Juryo 12, making his return. Well, I'll say he's making his return back to Juryo 12,
Oh, yeah.
which was his...
Did he go 7 and 8?
He went 7 and 8 and
Yeah.
stayed at that rank.
All
There
right.
were a few Rikishi and Juryo down at the bottom
Yeah.
who got Makakoshi and maintained their rank. But this is why this theory works. Daiseizan has been given a second chance. He's made the most of it. I mean, double digits are not off the cards for
Oh, he could get it.
Daiseizan.
Look, the ultimate burn would be if he ended up going 8 and 7 and stayed at that rank again. 3 at Juryo 12,
okay.
1 with a 7 and 8, 1 with an 8 and 7.
I don't mind that idea. Like, you owe one. Owe one back when you get a favour.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
That's a good idea, actually.
Like
I
that.
thought what you had said there was that you own your rank for a little bit. You know, you sort of own Juryo. He owns Juryo 12.
I also like that idea.
You just pay for it for a bit.
Fujiseiun at Juryo 10 locked in his Kachikoshi on day 12. Did lose yesterday, but he's another Rikishi who was at 7 and 8 and maintained his rank. I mean, this is the system working. Love to see it. Looks like the Gyoji's ready to get these two underway. Sit down, mate. Daiseizan comes forward, but Fujiseiun's trying to bundling up with a body grip. Fujiseiun dominating this one. It looks like Daiseizan's in trouble, but he reverses the momentum of that one and a beltless throw for Daiseizan, putting Fujiseiun to the dirt.
Very cool. Great success for Daiseizan from Arashio Baya. He will likely go back and celebrate with all the boys because I think, I'm giving a day 15 wrap-up speech here for him, actually.
We do need to remind ourselves it's day 14.
It's day 14.
I'm struggling with it.
But look, it's because he did so well here. He got the left hand on the outside on the belt of Fujiseiun, but that grip was broken. And he was taken into all sorts here with Fujiseiun's arm up against his mouth. And he did so well to take all of that assault, control it, wrap his arms around it, and drop Fujiseiun down to the ground. That was a cool bout from Daiseizan there.
It certainly was. The Uwate Dashinage win for Daiseizan. He's going to 9 and 5.
Very cool.
Here
He's
we
on
go.
track for this double digits that
He certainly is.
you've given to him there. Let me see. Have we had any of our Sumo Mainichi special prizes yet?
Well, I think we've got coming up.
Forget to say them.
We've got one coming up right now. Chimaru today takes on Hakuyozan. Chimaru coming fresh off that sensational win against Tohakuryu yesterday. And I'm not being ironic here. We saw some old-fashioned Chimaru sumo. Came forward looking nice and balanced, attacking with the high thrust. And yes, I mean, some people might want to focus on the fact that Tohakuryu had gone out a couple of days Kyusho.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't even remember that.
Here's the thing. If you turn up, you have to fight Chimaru. And Chimaru too good yesterday. And you start to get the feeling that Chimaru's building something here.
He's on a run.
Is 3-12 a possibility?
He could absolutely be on a tear here. He could take all of that momentum against Hakuyozan and demolish the big man.
Well, yeah. I mean, we look at the record here on the screen at the moment for Chimaru. Not a lot of good news there.
No.
I mean,
but he's offered us this glimmer of hope.
Exactly.
On day 13, was it?
It was yesterday, day 13.
He's taken us all with him on a journey down. And then he's popped a star in the sky for us.
Yeah, he certainly has.
With his win yesterday. But today, he's reset. He is 1 and 12. Hakuyozan 5 and 8. He already has his Makukoshi at Juryo 8. What can these two boys do? They are not going, are they?
No, not right now. The Gyoji sends them back to the corners. The Gyoji feeling the atmosphere in the venue. It's electric. You can see the people sitting behind the doyo there, just beside themselves with anticipation. They get to see Mr. Sumo coming in for the first time off a win.
Yes.
It's a very rare thing this time around.
Look, there are so many Chimaru fans out there. So many people love Mr. Sumo, and they would think that on day 14 here, they have a very good chance of seeing a win. So weird to hear you guys at normal speed. I listened to your podcast at 1.5. Wow, what do we sound like?
Well, yeah.
That'd be 2. The vibe of sumo. All right, Hakuyozan, he is down first. He knows he's in trouble here against the informed Chimaru. Chimaru comes forward. He's got the right arm on the inside here. Hakuyozan's getting up under the underarms. I don't like this at all for Chimaru. And indeed, it leads to his demise. There is nothing he can do but step back and accept that defeat.
I tip my hat to Chimaru because he came out today. Basically, yesterday he showed us that the pushing, thrusting game is still strong. And today he wanted to show us his range. And instead of the pushing and thrusting, he wanted to show I can go on the body and do something with it. And it was a bridge too far.
It was a bit much, wasn't it?
It was a bit much. Didn't really get himself into a good position. And Hakuyozan looking very balanced here as he starts working Mr. Sumo back and over. And, well, that one-win streak comes to an end finally.
Yeah, well, I think Montez has summed it up here by saying the pain.
Well, exactly.
I feel it.
Could not have said it better.
I feel it after a one-win streak. Chimaru, I took that from you, Hakuyozan. Thank you for saying that in the chat. I really like that. He is off again, and we have to move on. You said that he got a Sumo Mainichi award, but actually we decided not to give it to him in the end. But now I feel like we have to. Chimaru gets the Sumo Mainichi Encouragement Award. I think if anyone needs it after today, I think we decided not to give it to him because he had the one win. But now, now he can have it.
Will we see Mr. Sumo continue?
Great question. Great question. One I've asked myself many times across this basho and about 20 million times since that loss just then.
It's true.
Mr. Sumo, will we see the retirement after this? We do not know, but we are moving on to Tohakuryu up against Daishoho.
Hey, a big welcome, Sumo Punks.
Sumo Punks. Oh, I just hit the microphone. Head.
You were that excited.
So excited. I had to get really close to the screen to check that I could read it properly.
All right, our next bout for day 13, day 14, I should say. Tohakuryu up against Daishoho. Well, I mean, both of these Rikoshi coming in with their Makakoshi already. Tohakuryu on your screen at the moment at Juryo 6 has gone 3 and 8. Look at this lackluster preparation from him. It's the last place he wants to be.
Hakuyozan saying no one likes him. Look, the reason I like him, well, she likes him. Look at that. She has printed, she has gone into the JSA website. She has found that picture of Tohakuryu. She has screenshotted it. She's snipped it. She's printed it out and she's got some glue and stuck it on a fan. That lady loves Tohakuryu.
With the price of ink these days, that kind of commitment I do respect.
I mean, has she gone to Japanese Office Works? Or does she have a printer herself? Because who has a printer in this day and age?
Who could afford to? Tohakuryu, 3 and 8. And that includes 2 days off, or 3 actually, day 6, 7 and 8. He did come back with a win on day 9 against Shirokuma, but has dropped 4 days since losing to Kimbozan, Kidna, Wakaikari, and yesterday, who could forget Chimaru.
And Caleb saying, why do people not like Tohakuryu? That is a great question. And Caleb, it shows your big heart and Justin's big heart here in the chat that you two are now choosing to start the Tohakuryu Sumo Mainichi endorsed fan club. Go onto the JSA page, find his picture, screenshot it, snip it. Snipping tool on Windows.
Look, I think it is about... Sumo is essentially a sport about forgiveness and redemption.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
If we can't find it in our hearts give Tohakuryu a go. Now, Tohakuryu, do not henker.
If you henker right now, mate.
Don't make me look like an idiot. Daishoho at Juryo 9 in the dark blue Mawashi on 4 wins and 9 losses. Abema insisting on this weird 45 degrees offset angle. I hate it.
So what, they have 2 cameras both now set on the 45?
Yeah. Is the front camera gone? What's going on with their budgets? No split screen anymore, 45 degree angles. Anyway, Gyorji is ready to go here. Daishoho comes forward, attacking Tohakuryu. Tohakuryu's attack's not doing much. He slaps, but Daishoho is on the attack. A brief moment of rest here before Tohakuryu rests in on Daishoho's upper body. And these two look absolutely exhausted, but Tohakuryu initiates. You get the feeling that Daishoho tries a pull, and it doesn't work. Tohakuryu is able to move forward.
What a strangely passive bout from Daishoho there. I feel like he had an opportunity to put Tohakuryu away and hesitated, thought that he was coming back at him, or waited for a thrust that didn't eventuate, but we'll see in this replay exactly what happened here. He tried the pull, Daishoho.
Yeah, that was a mistake. And yeah, Tohakuryu, that started his momentum forward, and look at his face. Couldn't care less.
I don't think they're even going to bother showing the whole replay there, Abema. They're just like, final seconds only. No. I think someone's sick today in Abema. I think they don't have their full complement of people.
I think we're seeing some budget cuts. Too many people stealing their stream, not watching the ads. Welcome to the chat, David. Did Nabatame go yet? Yeah, he was the first bout in Juryo up against Makushita visitor Hatsuyama, and unfortunately Nabatame lost against some very good sumo of Hatsuyama, so Nabatame is going in to day 15 on 7-7. Yep,
for Nabatame fans, a big issue. For Hatsuyama fans, massive, because he went 5-2 and will be moving up from Makushita 1 to the Juryo division, so we look forward to talking about him next time around in January.
Well, our next bout today, we have Shimazuumi up against Wakaikari. Shimazuumi, look at that score. He's been flying under the radar, gobbling up the black dots. He's getting greedy with them. His opponent, Juryo debutant Wakaikari, 19 years old, 7-6 at Juryo 13. I've very much enjoyed his sumo. Translating his wild Makushita style quite effectively into the paid ranks.
Second week definitely better than the first.
Well, it was a shaky start for Wakaikari.
Very difficult, and that one win on day 4, he went loss, Fusen win against...
who was that pulling out?
Kamito, a Makushita visitor. So not only did he get a Fusen show, but it was against someone from Makushita.
Wow.
2 more losses, and then finally got his head in the game. And I wonder whether that was, all the pressure finally receding a little bit and just being like, okay, this is what it's like to do sumo every day of the 15 days. This is what I have to do. I've got people in the crowd who are behind me. I can do sumo. I'm back. And certainly success since then. He's only had 1 black dot in the second week against Aoimikado on day 12. Aoimikado in excellent form. He's up there in the Kyusho race. So Wakaikari really finding himself now.
Now we take a look at Shimazumi's run.
Oh no, please don't.
Yeah, he's on a 7-loss streak at the moment. We've got to go all the way back to day 6 to see his last win against Kageyaki.
Shimazuumi goes forward powerfully. He's 3-10, but he wants another win, and he gets it. He blasts Wakaikari back powerfully, strongly. Amazing.
Where's this sumo been, Shimazuumi? This is the sumo we know and we love. Let it free.
Well, I can see in the chat exactly what I was thinking. Shimazuumi having to fight Wakaikari here today on 7-6 is harsh for him. However, he came out so strongly. The body was working. The legs were working.
Yeah, you could see Wakaikari get shocked a little bit there. His sumo instincts kicked in, but just nothing he could do against that forward movement. Shimazuumi
maybe paying the price here, because I did see him just wincing. I don't know if the body's quite working, and maybe it took a bit of a toll for that. He moves to 4-10 at Juryo 5. He'll be all right. He'll stay in Juryo. Wakaikari, though, the other Juryo 13 already moving to 7-7. That's Kotoeiho. He now is 7-7 on day 15, along with Nabatame we were just talking about on Juryo 14, 7-7. It's a Nanasho Nanahai fest.
Juryo, why you do this to us?
Juryo. It's the best.
All right, a big bout coming up next. We have Juryo 12, Tochitaikai, up against Juryo 5, piano-playing legend Tomokaze. Now, I do believe Tochitaikai received a Sumo Mainichi special award.
He absolutely did. So we've given Tochitaikai the Rising from the Swamp award. Now, that is when you're down the bottom of Juryo and you enjoy success. However, and I think this is a little bit unfair, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's if win, because he has to get to double digits. Now, it's if win today or tomorrow. Now, this makes it hard to police because we're not going to be around tomorrow to comment on whether he wins or not.
We will be watching very closely.
Yeah, if you're completing the double of being in this chat and you're there tomorrow, remind us whether Tochitaikai gets his award.
So Tochitaikai, we saw him make his debut in Juryo back in May. An 8-7 at Juryo 14 was a good start for him. But in July, he completely dropped his bundle and went 5 and 10. So what we're seeing at Juryo 12, a 9-4. This is his best effort, even if he loses the next 2 days. And we'll probably see him move to equal highest rank, if not better than his highest rank, come Hatsu in January. I like what I see with Tochitaikai. He's a young man who impressed me as soon as I laid eyes on him. He's got a good... The way he looks at sumo, and I don't mean that figuratively, I mean it literally.
Right.
He looks at sumo in a very particular way, brings a lot of intensity. Yep.
Intense stare.
To the way he looks.
Does he look all around or is he focused?
He's looking forward.
Right. That's important.
And the future is so bright, he sometimes considers wearing sunglasses. That's how I'm seeing it. Tomokaze. The legend.
Yes.
The community advocate, the hero to the kids.
Do you know I just had a work event where I heard Beethoven's Emperor Concerto, the beautiful piano concerto being played, and I sat there imagining, this is not the time to tell this story, imagining Tomokaze playing it. I reckon he could.
He could nail it. Easy.
Such a beautiful piece. He would play it so beautifully, so sensitively.
All right, the Gyoji's ready to go here. Tomokaze needs this win to join those other Rikishi on 7 and 7. Tochitaikai looking at his opponent intensely. Can't see what's going on Tomokaze's face because of this damn 45-degree offset angle.
He was rolling his head all around.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Tochitaikai attacking high. Tomokaze pulls. He's in trouble. And I think it's been given to Tochitaikai. And
anyone getting up?
The Shimpan are happy with that. I'm happy with that. I think that's the right call.
I think so. That is double digits for Tochitaikai. He moves to 10 wins and 4 losses. And the great news for him, the best news for him today, is that he receives the Sumo Mainichi Rising from the Swamp Award. You can see him here with the Nodowa off the Tachiai. Doesn't go down to the pull down attempt of Tomokaze. Does the second time, but it is too late. Tomokaze has run out of space.
Gee, not too many Rikishi could withstand that opening attack from Tochitaikai. Jeez, that was pretty close.
It was very close. Do you know I saw him looking at sumo at the Tachiai? I am totally on board with that.
Oh, yeah.
His expression was so intense and so forward.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
Well,
I just saw it.
Welcome to the chat, Bung Monkey, saying that this is my first live tournament. Sumo is awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Could not agree more.
Sumo is the best. And also Space Ghost caught us live for the first time. Welcome. Hey. What a legend. This is Bonza.
And Shea Bliss. Yeah, Shea Bliss raising the most frustrating
so they
part
have
of this
the straight
coverage.
Camera.
Oh, I mean, they're showing it right now.
Guys. Oh, look who's back.
Oh.
He is back. All right, so somebody is keen for a little bit of Kyusho.
Oh, well, this changes the game.
He wants it. Oshoumi, he has been off for 2 days. Well, 3 days, actually, because one is the loss. 2 of the 2 days off. You can see the left shoulder heavily taped, but he has got out of bed this morning and said, I want a Juryo Yusho.
Well, this is inspirational. I was looking at the Yusho race, looking at Oshoumi's score and just his sensational start where he went 9-0.
Yes.
It was heartbreaking to see him drop that bout on day 10 and to go Kyujo, but he is back. Wow, if Oshoumi stays in this Yusho race, oh boy.
Yeah, and we've had a question from the Obelisk. Thanks so much for joining us for the first time. What does the 9-2-2 mean? It means that he was injured one day. He decided to pull out of the tournament.
Well, we might have to go back another step.
Oh, yeah.
9 wins.
Oh, yeah, 9 wins.
2 losses.
Yep.
And 2, we call them days off.
Yeah, we call them days off.
They basically sit out injured.
Yep.
So that on the Abema coverage, you'll only see 9 and 2. And for those mathematically adept watchers, they'll know that does not equal 14.
Yeah.
So yeah, those 2 days that he sat out. And as you can see, Oshoumi, the taping there, oh my God. It's a mix of comfort tape, structural integrity tape. Oshoumi's opponent today, Tamashoho.
Tamashoho coming in at 8-5. He is ready. Oshoumi down. What can he do here? Can he keep himself in it? He takes the assault of Tamashoho and he takes the opportunity to get in on the belt. He is on the belt with the right hand. He gets spun around by Tamashoho and taken out. Geez, he tried here. That was his one opportunity to keep himself in this Yusho race. He couldn't quite do it, but props to him for coming back.
Oh, is hero too strong a word?
Oh, he's a hero.
Have we got an award that we can give Oshoumi?
Well, I didn't even know that he was coming back.
No.
I'd give him the newly minted hero award.
We take the replay here. Tamashoho attacked aggressively, and you could see Oshoumi did establish a left-hand belt grip. You just felt like he let go prematurely. Maybe that shoulder still giving him a bit of a twinge. And Tamashoho, this is his style of sumo. It's wild, it's lanky, and today he overran the hero, Oshoumi.
Yes, Oshoumi. The question again, what do the 2 days off mean? They count as losses. So you can pull out at any time. If you're injured, you can come back at any time. But those days off do count as losses, even though they display it in a different way.
Yeah. And in fact, the first day you go injured is counted as a straight loss.
Yes. Yes,
and then
an actual loss.
Subsequent days.
Yeah.
Sumo very straightforward in many respects and very, very complicated in others.
Tamashoho, he ends up on, we're not on day 15, got to remember. He ends up today at Juryo 4 at 9-5. This is great news for him. He did look very good there. Tamashoho
is at Juryo 4, is now 9-5. His highest rank was back in September, where he went to September last year, 2023, where he went to Juryo 1 and he went 4-11. I wonder if we're seeing a different Tamashoho now.
Yes. Yes, he's got a renewed lust for
sumo. All right, the man that everyone is talking about, Shimanoumi, up against some guy called Aonishiki.
Yeah, let's not talk about him. All focus on Shimanoumi, please. He's on 6 and 7. Might get his Makakoshi today. That's all the talk of the town. No, we jest. Aonishiki still very much in the race for this Yusho, coming into today on 9-4. Super popular, super great sumo. This guy is a legend. I do have to say in the chat, welcome to all the new people. How good is sumo? It's amazing. We're all watching it together. Thank you all for coming in and being with us. And happy wedding, Mawashi Guru, who just got married. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mawashi Guru.
Absolute legend.
And also pass our congratulations on to Mrs. Guru, if she decided to take your name. All right. Aonishiki, 9-4. The sumo that got him here so quickly has continued to look good day after day.
Yes.
This basho started in Jonakuchi in November 2023, and he started off with the big boy sumo with 270 Yushos in Jonakuchi, then Johnny Dun.
Racking him up. Just, I'm here. Thank you very much.
He's a stranger to the black dot, this kid. Today, up against the much more experienced Shimanoumi. He's seen his fair share of sumo. He's seen his fair share of weddings. And today, in the red mawashi, Shimanoumi faces Aonishiki. It's Aonishiki attacking high. Shimanoumi starting to get worked back. Big pull by Aonishiki and then head down drives Shimanoumi back. Well, what a great example of Aonishiki sumo today. The transition to the pull.
Yep.
And then just straight away back on the attack.
Yes. The successful young man, 20 years old, from Ukraine, from Ajigawa Bayer. Just such a new, exciting young stable headed up by Amanishiki, ex-Amanishiki. He's likeable. He's amazing at sumo. He comes in hard here on the neck of Shimanoumi, and he can just withstand a lot. He can stand there and take it. The pull here enabled him to get on the belt with the left hand. Even though he didn't keep it, he used it well in the brief moment he had it.
Just so much natural talent, Aonishiki.
He has got the same number of black dots in Juryo this time around than he has had in his career before. Now, that's such a harsh statistic. I saw someone say the other day, because you're fighting the full 15 days, not just the 7 days.
That's extraordinary.
I feel like we don't need to focus on that. We only need to focus on this 10 and 4 that he's got so far. He might even go 11 wins.
Just want to go back to one of Army 3275's comments saying, let's hope Hoshoryu and Kotoeiho win today so we get a 13-1 Ozeki showdown tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, who do they have? I need to scroll up. Okay, so Kotoeiho has Onosato, that's right. 3-2 record between them. And then we have Hoshoryu against Kirishima. 9-9. One of those nines of Kirishima is a Fusensho, but still, tonight is... Yeah.
Tonight. It's going down
tonight. Is it. We would love a playoff. We would love them to come in equal tomorrow. I mean, it doesn't... it can't be decided today.
No, it can't be decided today. I think tomorrow will be exciting no matter what.
Yep.
All right, the next bout that we have for you today is Shirokuma up against Shiden. Shirokuma on your screen at the moment, coming in on 6 wins, 7 losses at Juryo 3. Needing a win today to avoid that Makakoshi losing record.
It's so hard with Shirokuma because you can still see on certain days this time around, you can see the flashes of his stability when he gets into that Kisnosato style pose, his oyakata, Nishonoseki oyakata, where he gets stable, the legs are spread, he takes his opponent out easily, and then he just looks like utter terrible as well on other days.
You still feel like Shirokuma is developing, but that's so interesting you say that his, the influence of Nishonoseki oyakata on his style of sumo. Is it Shirokuma's style of sumo?
I wonder. Yeah, great point. Well, certainly he is also influenced by injury as well at the moment. He came out of last basho in September on day 13, day 12, and sat out the rest of the basho there.
Yeah. Shirokuma's opponent today is Shiden at Juryo 6. Another Rikishi in Juryo who went 7-8 and maintained his rank. Shiden already has his Kachikoshi, so he will be moving to his highest rank come January next year. Always impressed by Shiden's approach to sumo.
Yeah, we love it.
The sumo life. Looks like they're ready to go here. Shirokuma needing this win. It's Shiden who comes forward first, but Shirokuma defending well, working Shiden back, but Shiden turns the tide, slowly rotates Shirokuma over the Tawara.
Oh, devastation there in the Shirokuma camp.
Oh, they look absolutely distraught.
That's me when Short Eye loses.
Well, Shiden
Single tear.
moving to 9-5 now.
Did we give Shiden a special prize? I feel like we should give him the nugget prize. He's done so well in here, wrapping his arms, getting the Morizashi against Shirokuma, the left arm inside at least, turns him around with his strong little body and gets that win. Clinical one for him today.
Well, great sumo from Shiden. I believe in this kid. I think he has what it takes to do well in the top division. He can get there. Slowly though, Shiden. But 9-5, suddenly double digits.
Yep.
Answer the call, Shiden.
Best? When has Shiden last... Well, he hasn't got double digits yet.
No, he's had a whole run of 7s and 8s.
He has never had double digits because he hasn't been in Juryo for that long. He's only been in Juryo since July 2023. But imagine Shiden getting his first double digit. I would like to be here for it.
Well, I don't think you're going to need to wait too much longer. I would say 24 hours. I'm going to lock it in.
Maybe one more day. Well, here we have Daiamami in the fourth last bout of Juryo here today on day 14 of the Kyusho basho held in Fukuoka. Every year around this time, we're Sumo Mainichi, Amy and Dave here in Melbourne, Australia. I mean, you can tell from our accents perhaps that we're Australian. Do people know Australian accents?
I don't know. We could be also New Zealand.
We could be. I mean, New Zealanders would know.
They would know.
But does anyone else know? Daiamami up here against Kyo. Now, Kyo, we have appreciated the sumo of. He's coming into today on 6-7. He lost yesterday, but 2 white dots before that, and then a terrible streak in the middle, Kyo. Just lost all sight of positive sumo.
Yeah. It was a bit of a concern for me to see this run of losses over the weekend. It really got my week off to a terrible start. But you cannot underestimate Kyo. He has the strength. He has the sumo know-how. He's never intimidated. He can take on the big names in Juryo and beat them. And he did exactly that on day 12, beating Tsurugisho.
Yes.
The first Rikishi to do it. To do it this basho.
Yes.
Blowing this Juryo Yusho race wide apart. Kyo's opponent today is Daiamami in the black mawashi, wandering back to the corner to contemplate the long series of life choices that have him standing in the corner today. And there's a very enthusiastic Daiamami fan. Does she know she's on camera? There's no way she can, but look at that just blank, loving look that she's giving the big man in the black mawashi, Daiamami.
Both of these Rikishi coming in on 6-7. As you've commented in the chat, this is particularly harsh for these two because somebody today is going to end up with their kachikoshi, with their makukoshi. Gee, I try to keep it positive, you know. I just always want to say kachikoshi, but today I can't because somebody here, whether it be Daiamami, whether it be Kyo, will end up with their losing record, 8 losses. They're giving this its proper, serious consideration, taking their time here. Kyo is ready. He is moving from side to side. He is keen to save himself for day 15. He's got the arms around, grabs the arm of Daiamami and uses it to swing him down. Kyo, 7-7 on day 15.
From now on, if you look up kotenage in the dictionary, you are going to see a still image of Kyo. Absolutely rocking Daiamami, a man who is famously low on confidence anyway.
Poor old Daiamami.
We take the replay here. Little awkward jump at the touchy eye from Kyo. But he was pretty confident moving back here. Oh, boy. KO giving himself a little congratulatory slap
on
on
the butt. Little congratulatory 2-hand slap on the butt. I'm going to do that at work next week if I feel like I've done something really good.
Oh, that was Katasakashi. All right.
Oh.
Okay.
The under-shoulder swing down.
Interesting. Welcome to the chat. A whole bunch of new people. Thank you for joining us today. So great to see so many new fans to the sport of sumo. If you're just joining us, I'm Dave, here with Amy. We do a podcast called Sumo Mainichi. We normally cover the top division, and we do a podcast every day of the tournament for that. So if you're a podcast person, come and check us out. But in our free time, we like to cover Juryo.
Yeah.
And this is the way we do it.
This is our fun times.
This is just relaxing times. Yeah.
We also have an Instagram, Sumo Mainichi, with some cool sumo photos. And, try and do some stories.
Your
old Instagram.
You're very good on the Instagram.
Oh, look, I try.
So Amy was in Sydney last night, so I was doing the podcast by myself not by myself, but with a friend of ours, Rob, in Japan, and I had to put the episode up. Now, look, if you're new to you're new to this stream,
the freeze is okay.
Freeze is okay.
Yeah.
And I nearly had to text you to go, how do I do an Instagram post?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't working for me.
You're not great at Instagram, I do have to say.
Nah, I'm very bad at it. And that's okay.
But I loved the post that you chose.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, was it?
It was very cool.
As we see Tsurugisho snap into, I won't say high definition, but definition.
He is up today against Kageyaki. Kageyaki, of course, a Makuuchi stalwart who has fallen on hard times. You have to say, fallen on bad form, fallen on some injury, and moved down to Juryo. He's at Juryo 2. He is 7-6. He's looking to return again to Makuuchi. Can he do it with a win today to get his Kachikoshi? Tsurugisho, he is out on the front with Kimbozan on 10 wins coming into today. He's looked good. He can go either way, Tsurugisho. He has been plagued by injury for many years, but the power is still there in this immense body of his. You can see the papa mache. I think you do actually say papa mache.
It's pronounced papier-mâché. You know that. You studied French.
Okay, the papier-mâché left knee of Tsurugisho. But if he can move past that, he's got all the power in the world. He is 10-3. He's looking for a win at Juryo 7 to keep himself in it because Aonishiki and Tochitaikai won today and they've drawn themselves level.
Yeah, huge bout for day 14. Tsurugisho has been looking ice cold up until these last 2 days where he's dropped bouts against KO and Hakuyozan. Look, you would have to tip Tsurugisho, but Kageyaki coming into this, as you said, the body not in perfect condition, but so much sumo experience. He will test Tsurugisho today, no doubt. Looks like they're ready to go. We have the reverse 45-degree angle now on Obama. Kageyaki down first. Comes forward, Tsurugisho moving, Kageyaki back. He's got the upper body, but Kageyaki resists on the bails. Starts to move off, but Tsurugisho lurching forward. Kageyaki knows he needs to get back to the middle of the doyo here, and there's a bit of a lock-up. Kageyaki probably with that left hand on the belt there. The crowd going absolutely wild here. They know what they're seeing here is special. Kageyaki. Who will be the first to initiate? It's Kageyaki. He can't move Tsurugisho back. Tsurugisho looking for that left hand. Kageyaki now on the retreat. And he sends Tsurugisho down.
Well, that was crucial from Kageyaki at the end to separate himself from Tsurugisho because his style of sumo is not on the belt. He moves forward with the robot arms. And he was able to do that right at the end there, sending Tsurugisho to the dust. Tsurugisho looking despondent.
Well, he's being called
bow.
Back because he didn't bow deep enough. No, he went wrong. Can I say, well, firstly, great win and congratulations to Kageyaki Kachikoshi. Winning record, for those people who are new to sumo, getting 8 wins out of 15 days gives you a winning record. Tsurugisho, it feels like the body after that bout is now troubling him again. The vibe is gone. The energy is gone.
Well, if Tsurugisho doesn't win his bouts, in my opinion, if he doesn't win them quickly and fairly definitively, it's difficult for him, because for him to lock up like that and then get the knee working again, get the back happening, that's much more difficult for him. And the percentage chance of a win goes heavily down from there. So we see Tsurugisho staying on 10 wins with Aonishiki and Tochitaikai here. So Kinbozan has the chance here when he comes up to move one out in front.
Well, we're moving into the final 2 bouts of Juryo. We have, for your viewing pleasure, Mitoryu up against Hakuyozan. Hakuyozan on your screen at the moment. Juryo 2, already with his winning record. He's 8-5. Another win will guarantee promotion to the top division?
I would think so. And the 10 wins, if he got 2 more, would absolutely cement it. So to get Hakuyozan, after everything he's been through, back up into that top division, I mean, do we want it at this stage?
Is he ready?
Is he ready?
Is his sumo ready? His opponent today, Mitoryu at Juryo 8, coming in on 7 wins and 6 losses. He would love to lock away his winning record on day 14. Their head-to-head is 2-0. Mitoryu has beaten Hakuyozan both times they've met before.
Yeah, and that lady knows it because she's a huge Mitoryu fan. He is very good at sumo, Mitoryu. Hasn't managed to establish himself in the top division, but he is very powerful, and no easy win for Hakuyozan here today.
Absolutely.
I do want to say my apologies. Thank you to James in the chat, another new viewer from Sweden. I lived in Sweden for 2 years. I love it. Sweden is so cool. So welcome to you and your kids who love watching sumo now, who've just discovered it. Thanks everyone too, I'll say, for answering questions in the chat.
Yeah, thank you.
There's so many questions that we can't quite keep on top of because of all the action here in Juryo, but I really appreciate people who've been watching for a while and have that knowledge answering all of the new questions. So thanks so much for that. We're one sumo family and we're enjoying this sport together.
Absolutely. Mitoryu on the left of your screen. Well, he's on the screen at the moment.
Now the left.
On the right.
That's right. Mitoryu up against Hakuyozan. Hakuyozan looking for definitely a win here. Definitely a win tomorrow to take himself back into that top division. What can he do? A slap from Hakuyozan here, and he gets all around the big body of Mitoryu. And he does get that easy win that I was saying it wouldn't be for him. He takes Mitoryu out. That is his 9th win for Hakuyozan.
Wow, a comprehensive win for Hakuyozan today. We'll take the replay. Mitoryu is not an easy rikishi to move around, and we see Hakuyozan burying in low. Mitoryu went on the retreat very, very early, and I wonder if that was a mistake. Because Hakuyozan stayed with him so well. And we see a man having the best day of his life, celebrating the win. The girlfriend, though,
not as into it.
Not as into it.
And we all have those hobbies, don't we, where you're into it, but your partner's just been dragged along.
I'm just going to sit here. You enjoy your sumo, darling. I'm just going to sit here in a grey blanket and look like I'm enduring war times.
Hakuyozan, never heard of him. Which one's he?
This can't be the final bout.
This is the final bout. This is the final bout. Look, we've got people in the chat from everywhere. So Fika from Georgia. We've got Christian also from Sweden. Jakob from Germany. Oh my goodness. My goodness.
And it seems Jakob's telling us that in Germany they have Sumo Day today. Is that a national holiday?
Oh,
I like the idea of
How
this.
do we get this happening? We've got a footy holiday and an Aussie rules football holiday in Melbourne only, actually.
Yeah.
But how do we get a sumo holiday? Scott's in Fukuoka. Hey, Scott. How are you down in Japan?
Little Jackal.
Little Jackal,
hello.
legend.
Thank you so much. Little Jackal, we enjoyed your coverage and the clips you sent through us. Sorry we couldn't play more, but it was absolute gold. Thank you so much.
Yep, Little Jackal in Japan at the moment has been at the Fukuoka Basho, sent us in some reports for the podcast. If you're at the sumo, actually, you can send us in reports, sumomainichi@gmail.com. Just let us know you're going to do it. Send them in. Sometimes we play them.
Yeah, and our general bits of advice are...
Got to be quick.
Well, keep it under 2 minutes. Have a few drinks for sure. But try to do it before the 9% high balls kick in. Yeah. Do we need to stick around for this first Kinbozan, this first match of Makuuchi here? It's the Kinbozan match. Maybe we should. Anyway. Let's see. Anyway. Didn't need to bring that up. The final bout. In public. The final bout. Oh, you can peek behind the curtain. It's completely fine. We have on the left of your screen Kid Nawaka at Juryo 1, already with his winning record of 8-5. The opponent today, Hidenoumi at Juryo 7, coming in on 7 wins, 6 losses. The older brother of Tobizaru. I see no family resemblance between those two. No. And I was reading an article the other day. I'm always on the lookout for insights into them. And that the reason they went into different stables was because they weren't particularly close growing up. I mean, no judgment on how growing up works. There's all kind of different ways families can play out. And so, Hidenoumi and Tobizaru, as opposed to, for example, Wakamoto Haru, Wakatakamoto, and Wakatakakage are all in the same stable, Arashio, whereas these two are in different ones. Interesting. All right, well, this is the final bout for Juryo. The final bout that we'll be bringing you for today, I think. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Kid Nawaka on the left of your screen. Hidenoumi in the brown mawashi on your right. Hidenoumi comes in hard. It's Kid Nawaka with the Nodowa attack on the throat. He's working Hidenoumi back, but Hidenoumi head up works them back to the middle of the doyo. And it's Hidenoumi with the left hand on the belt, but Kid Nawaka driving Hidenoumi to the bales. Hidenoumi, the defense on this kid is amazing. Whoa! And there's a throw for whoever in chat said before they loved the throws. Hidenoumi did one for you. Beautiful sumo from Hidenoumi. Look how cool this guy looks. Literally brushes the dirt off his shoulder, as Jay-Z immortalized in the song of the same name. Take the replay here. This was great sumo from Hidenoumi. He really was. He kept it strong. He got assaulted from Kid Nawaka. Kid Nawaka are very aggressive, very strong rikishi, assaulting the throat here of Hidenoumi. But Hidenoumi took it, got on the belt with that left hand, got on the belt with the right, stood up on the Tawara, kept his legs strong. There's still a lot of strength in this slightly older body of Hidenoumi, and he used it to throw Kid Nawaka down. That is Hidenoumi's Kachikoshi. He's 8 and 6 now at Juryo 7. Kid Nawaka already had his Kachikoshi at Juryo 1. So that means we'll see a return to the Makuuchi division, the top division for Kid Nawaka. He's had a few goes at it. This will be his third. He's never managed to stay in for longer than one basho. So he'll have another try here. So that is great news for him. The Juryo Yusho. Take us through the leaderboard. Well, I can, apart from Kinbozan. And look, we can't stick around. It's quite a while to wait for that first bout of Makuuchi. But Kinbozan today coming up against Toki Hayate, who is 6 and 7 as the first bout of the Makuuchi division. If Kinbozan wins and goes to 11, he will be out by himself. So he will have taken his fate into his own hands on day 15 in the Juryo race. The guys on 10 behind him, or with him if he loses, are Tsurugisho, Aonashiki, who could snag a Juryo Yusho. Interesting. And Tochitaikai, that would be a redemption story. Oh, I tell you what. If you're new to sumo, thanks for joining us today. What we're seeing now is it's called the Doyo Iri, or the entry to the doyo for the top division rikishi. And we see The man in the blue Kesha Mawashi stepping up now, Nishikigi.
Yeah, love him.
Love him. Very bad eyesight.
Yes. Yep, he wears glasses quite comprehensively, but can't wear them up there, obviously.
The final man up, Atami Fuji. Oh, no, not the final man
The
up.
final man.
Up by a long shot. All right, well, I reckon we should leave it there.
I think so. Look, people in the chat from LA, what did I see before? I saw so many different places. Sacramento via Romania. So cool. We appreciate so much everybody coming together to watch sumo together. We appreciate everyone coming and hanging with us for Juryo. Our podcast is called Sumo Mainichi. If you want to have a listen to that, we do it every single day of every basho. So if you use Apple Podcasts, find it there. If you use Spotify, you can find it there. We've got an Instagram. We've got an X account. That doesn't matter.
Have we got a Blue Sky account?
No.
No, we should
maybe
get
I
one.
made one. We should.
Yeah.
We should.
And we should say that if you want to come and hang out while we do Juryo again, we'll be back for day 1 of the basho in January.
Yes.
And we normally do day 1, day 8 and day 15.
Yep.
But what we can guarantee is, like, we do what we do.
Yep.
We just talk about the sumo, but what happens in the chat, you have the greatest sumo minds in Western civilization here in this chat.
Yep. Including North Sydney. I was just in North Sydney the other day, yesterday. Woo!
All right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy day 15, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good one. Thanks so much, everyone. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hakuyozan